I have three brothers, so I feel like I've seen how men like grow and develop and then like who they become and who they become when they get married and who they become when they become a father. And I am a huge believer that all men, no matter what your upbringing was, to go to therapy because your childhood trauma is going to show up in your relationships. It's going to show up when you guys argue. It's going to show up when you try to break up or divorce or separate. It's going to show up when you decide to like go to the gym. It's going to show up when you want to change something about yourself that she's
Hmm.
not, comfortable with or she's not used to. And the way that you react to her is a reflection of what you learned as a child. And sometimes the way that you react is not going to be pleasant and it may be harmful to her. And then the way that you guys deal with it is going to determine like the outcome. But if you don't know how to process your feelings, if you don't know how to even express what's really going on, then it's never going to turn out to be successful because you don't know how to talk about it. You don't know how to process it. So, how do you expect her to understand it? So, a therapist will help you understand your feelings and also like tell her how you're feeling. So go to
Do
therapy,
you
guys.
do you guys
Emotional
do you guys
maturity.
No,
think do you guys think that when men get in relationships with you, like let's say you're in a relationship with a guy and he has these, let's say he's a great guy, but you can tell he has internal issues. Are you open to tell him he needs therapy? Like, how do you approach someone that, or a man or relationship that might need that, but you don't want to let that person go?
I
Like, how
think
would you,
it's I approach that in a
or would you
very
just like let
caring.
a person go completely, or would you stay with them? Like,
No,
what does that look like?
no, I wouldn't do that. I feel like I am very I come from a point of like caring. I never try to belittle or put a man down ever. I want my man or whoever I'm dating to feel that they're operating from their highest form. So I do try to speak to the king in him. You know what I mean? I don't try to beat him down either. So we have these conversations where like I'll share things that have affected me that I'm still dealing with and things that we may have in common because we do have a lot of things in common. So when we talk about things like that, I feel like it's important to talk as in we, not you
Yeah.
got this wrong with you. It's more like how can we be better? How can we function from, a better understanding so we are building like constructive criticism instead of like beating each other down. I think it's really important to not be like I'm perfect, you're wrong, you got
Yep.
to fix things. No, it's both of us and we just have to see, the things that we have to work on. So I do believe it's important to come and speak of these things from a very caring perspective because also we can't be beating our men down either. Like I don't agree with that either. I believe coming from a softer, more feminine point, not coming in from like I'm better than you know what I mean. And that never works, you know what I'm saying. So I feel like we have to come from a very level-headed area where we're both equal and I'm not saying that you're fucked up and I'm perfect. So it's just like a conversation that flows. It can't be something where you're just pointing the finger at somebody.
But Martha, I mean, I'm gonna, tag after what you're saying. I agree, but at the same time, if you want us as women to be soft, you have to help us get there. You can't expect me to be just soft and all up under you, but yet you're not doing any or putting any effort for me to give you that safe space to be soft and submissive. Submissive, not controlling at that. So in order to get there, it has to be reciprocated. I can't give you the 70, we can't do the 70-30, and then expect to come home and everything is rainbows and butterflies because whatever case may be. But if you're not putting the effort that we're putting the effort back in because everybody wants to one up on each other, how do you expect me as your woman to be soft and want to do that for him? Right?
Hmm.
I have a
Absolutely.
question for you, Missy, when it comes to that. And only because I don't always live my best soft life, but I try to in at the least start there. Like, come off soft, come off appealing, come off feminine, right?
Mhm.
Where is the transition? Do we start like that and then it kind of moves away from that space? Or is it that, like you said, he's not making you comfortable enough? Because if I'm not comfortable to start with, then I feel like I have to be masculine, aggressive, or counter everything that you do. I'm not even going to be there because I already know this isn't going to work because I'm probably going to be on some bullshit with you, right? Like, or you're not going to
Mhm.
like the way that
We
I
have
talk.
our guards up for a reason, right? Because more than likely, you just want to, you know, you don't have you don't have the proper intentions with us.
Right.
So I'm gonna have to figure you out, just like you figuring me out, read the room, and see what is it that you really want. And obviously, getting to know each other, whether texting, FaceTime, whatever, putting that effort in for me to be like, do I feel safe? Do I feel comfortable? Because it's not even about feeling safe physically, it's about feeling safe here. And I think that's the thing that it goes both ways for men and women, is feeling safe here. Do I feel
Mm.
safe enough to talk to you here? Or are you going to be manipulative and finesse?
Yeah, I think that's the scary part of where we're at right now in life. It's like, I'm a lover girl. Like, I want to take care of every man. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I see a good man, I'm like, I don't want to hurt you. You know what I'm saying? Because I know, and I've seen it, how hard it is for men right now, especially with these women. I'm gonna keep it real. A lot of women are trash right now. I'll be the first to say it. You know what I'm saying? But that's because there's so many men that are so visual that a lot of the women that they're choosing are of no substance whatsoever. Then they get mad at these such women. And now the next woman that comes around, guess what? She's the same as the other women. No, I'm not. I'm not like that. So now, because your mindset, a lot of men's mindset is like, all these women are the same in a sense, it makes me feel like, well, how do you feel about me? You know what I'm saying? Because I want to be that girl. I want to tell you, come over and let me cook dinner. You're right. Sometimes I don't want to go out. Like, I'm a half introvert, half extrovert, but I love being by myself and I love being at home. Sometimes I do want to be with a man and just be like, come over. I don't feel like getting dressed. I don't feel like nothing. But if I started off like that, to some men, it's gonna seem like, oh, that she cool with that. I'm not
It's
cool with that.
easy. I don't
I'm
have
just
to
cool with
offer a
that
lot.
right now. You see what I'm saying? It's like, we don't know how to flow with these men, because it's like, damned if we fucking do and damned if we fucking don't. So it's like, I don't want to come into no relationship hard, or even sometimes with my guards. I'm a hopeless romantic. I don't really have no guards up. Like, yeah, I could fall in love with a nigga next month. You know what I'm saying? And get married. Like, that's my style though, because I'm a nurturer naturally.